Hey everyone, guess what time it is? Tea time. I'm actually drinking hot cocoa with the little marshmallows in it. Okay, so I'm gonna fill y'all in on a little story. I usually don't like putting my personal business out there, but like this one's gotta be said. Okay, so here's a modeling story time for you. All right. So I wanted to give you this story time to kind of give you insight what it's like behind the scenes, because not everything is caked up as it seems to be. Yes, like I love sharing my photos, but there's some things that I just don't share with y'all. So I held an open casting call. What I usually do is I'll post like an ad on my story on Instagram and Facebook and be like, hey, I'm looking for X amount of people to do this shoot, and there's really no like qualifications for it. Like I'll specify on there like no prior experience needed, etc. Like it's just for fun. I just wanted to do a group shoot with some friends. Like that's not something that I really get to do often, because usually I just do solo work. So I'm gonna take you back to about a year ago. So I did a group witch shoot a year ago with a few close friends of mine, and then of course other individuals that I had just met. Okay, so I like to do kind of like closed sessions, because when you have so many people working on a project, it's very hard to get everyone on the same page. Okay, so I had 5 models, including myself and a photographer. And of course, a lot of the people that I brought on that project have kids. One of them actually ended coming from out of state, so I made sure I got a day that they could join in, that they were going to be in on town. And when I was trying to get everything, like said and done, especially because I was the one inviting the people, but yes, I did say it was their shoot as well, but I just wanted that to be said so they can, like feel free to shoot out ideas like on where to shoot, what to wear, etc. Like I didn't want to be the one completely calling the shots. Yes, I'm usually the point of contact that will talk to the photographer and be like, hey, we're gonna shoot on this day, etc., or what dates work for you. But of course, I don't want to be the only one, because I don't want to be like, hey, we're gonna do this and that and that, and if you can't do this, then you're out. That's kind of messed up. Like I was deciding, hey, this is for fun, so if you want to join, let's join, and we'll talk about it, and we'll collectively, agree what we're going to be doing in the shoot. So after I kind of decided like who I wanted in on the shoot, because I was mainly going for a specific aesthetic, because I wanted more like of an alternative feel to it, like more or less girls that already have a dark and edgy look. So in my mind, I wanted to have everybody that was going to be able to get it look and have it down and be ready, because I wanted to do this soon. Okay, so when I was talking to one of the models that I was bringing in, she kind of brought it upon herself to bring extra people. And at the time, like, I was hearing on Facebook and, social media that people were getting COVID again, of course. And I have 2 small children, so it kind of made me worried. Like, this person would go out, like to the bar, and not just like any hole in the wall. Like they were going to very popular spots in our city. So that made me concerned. Like, you could have literally contracted COVID the night before and then given it to us, like I don't want that to happen, and of course people that have the same habits kind of flock together, like I don't know the people or the lifestyles that they are pretty much, involved in. And I'm assuming if you go out a lot, your friends might go out a lot too. Like I said, like I have small children. Other of my friends have small children. So we pretty much do the same thing. We work, go home. That's it. I know this person has children too, but it seems like they weren't necessarily worried as much because their children were older, okay? When we were messaging each other one-on-one, like I said, she had decided that she wanted to bring extra people. I mean, I appreciate her trying to, get me people, but I didn't need necessarily extra bodies, because the more extra people you have, the more you have to go around their schedules, the more you have to, get people on the same page with outfits. And I don't want to take the time to schedule a lot of people with the same outfits, and then you have these random people that just didn't get the memo. I had mentioned to her that I didn't want the extra people, and I had told her because of COVID, etc., which was really my main focus. But in messages, it really seemed like she was still pressing to bring the extra people, and I was like, we're not having that. Like, I don't want you bringing people. Like, this wasn't your place to invite them. So after the fact that they had been told that it was not okay to bring extra people, they had said something that kind of threw me off, because they said something about, oh, it's just 2 people, and I was kind of confused by the message. I'm gonna show y'all a screenshot. My middle child was probably 1 at the time, and my other one had to be like 6 months or something. So there's a lot of background noise going on usually. And so after I had explained to them that they couldn't bring extra people, it seemed to me like they were trying to press that they really wanted to bring those people. But I didn't realize at the time that they weren't pressing the issue, and they were saying that they were going to let them know, like, hey, it's a no-go. So at this point, they had already told the people that they were invited to a shoot, but didn't really have, like, the okay for it. And so I kind of just stopped messaging them at the point and kind of left them high and dry. Like, I could have went about it a different way, but, like, in a way, like, it was kind of my fault. I mean, it was my fault, but I totally perceived the message wrong, and now I can see why. And that definitely wasn't the best way to go about it, but I felt really disrespected at the time, because I had just told them, like, I have 2 little ones, you can be putting them in danger, and that was pretty much like a fuck you to my face. So I stopped messaging them, and then they had saw on my story that I posted that we were doing the shoot, but they were like, oh, it's funny, you just didn't give me the location, blah, 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 and it's funny because I would have been the only black girl there. It's kind of fucked up, but it kind of happened. It is what it is. So I had to try to respond in a way that was, you know, like, easing the situation, but I was still very offended by it, like, because in my head I'm still thinking, like, how are you gonna be mad? Like, you're going against my word. Like, this is everything I'm orchestrating. Like, you just thought that you were just gonna take the reins and do what you wanted. Like, this wasn't your place to be doing that. So this person was definitely really upset at the situation, and everything that they said was definitely justified. They had every reason to be upset. I also want to add that they said it was an open photo shoot, and I tried to limit it last minute. It was never open to people that I was not inviting. It was open to those that I personally selected for the shoot that I was hosting, if that makes sense. Not only did they call me racist, but they were also saying, like, hey, you're probably one of those alternative girls that says they're friends with everyone but really isn't. Anyone that knows me knows, like, I'm down to earth as fuck. I hate not including anyone. I want everybody to be happy. Like, I'm a fucking people pleaser, but, like, you're not gonna sit here and call me all these fucking things. And they wanted to take it out on me, but, like, you're not gonna sit here and run your mouth and, you know, and expect me to just sit there and take it. So I ended up blocking them, but I felt like really fucking bad, dude. Like,